So today's topic is anatomy of bacterial cell. So in last lecture, we completed the staining method, then the microscopy. So today we are starting the anatomy of bacterial cell, in which we are studying the various different part of bacterial cell. So bacterial cell is having a very simple anatomy. If you observe under the electron microscope, we are observing this step of the internal structures and outside structures. So flagella is the organ of locomotion, generally present in the motile bacteria. Then on the surface of few bacteria like gram-negative bacteria, Fimbria or pili are present. Then plasma membrane, so that is also called as a cytoplasmic membrane. So that is present below the cell wall. Then the cell wall, so in few bacteria like the capsulated bacteria, capsule is also present around the cell wall. Then in few bacteria, inclusion granules are present. Then the mesosomes, so mesosomes, these are the enfolding to the cytoplasm inside the cytoplasmic membrane inside the cytoplasm, they are also present. Capsule present in few bacteria. Then
bacterial cell देखने का bacterial cell anatomy
then cytoplasm is present, ribosome, cell wall, plasma membrane. So all these are the generally present inside the cell. And the genetic material present is DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. So we'll see one by one from. So outer layer, two components are there, rigid cell wall. Generally, in maximum bacteria, cell wall is the outermost compound. Only few exceptions are there, like the mycoplasma. In mycoplasma, that one is a cell wall-less bacteria, or PP yellow group, Pleuropneumonia-like organism. In that also, the cell wall is absent. While other than these two, all the cell wall is outermost covering. Then cytoplasmic membrane below the cell wall, cytoplasmic membrane, or also we are calling it as plasma membrane present. Then cytoplasm. So cytoplasm, inclusion granules, ribosomes, mesosomes, and nucleus, or that genetic material is present inside the cytoplasm. Then additional structures also present in few bacteria. So these are the plasmid, slime layer, capsule, flagella, fimbria, or spores. So these are also present in few bacteria, and these are the additional structures. So these are not essential. They may be present in few bacteria or may be absent in few bacteria. So the structure and function of cell components, in which the first one is cell wall of bacterial cell. So outermost layer includes cytoplasm. So above the cytoplasmic membrane, outermost layer present, that is called as a cell wall. Confirms the shape and rigidity. What are the functions? Main function of cell wall is it gives shape to the bacteria, various shapes, foci, bacilli, comma shapes, spirals, spheroids, all these are the different shapes in last lecture we learned. So that shape, this cell wall gives shape to the bacteria, and also it gives rigidity. If you measure the size of this cell wall, thickness of the cell wall, so it is near about 10 to 25 nanometers. So chemically, if you study the chemical nature of cell wall, it is composed of complex of polysaccharide. We are calling it as a peptidoglycan or mucopeptide. So commonly, routinely we are calling it as a peptidoglycan. So one peptidoglycan molecule consists with N-acetyl glucosamine (NAG) and N-acetyl uramic acid. These two sugars present and they are attached to each other with a glycoside bond. Also, a tetrapeptide side chain is present, that is attached to the N-acetyl uramic acid. So this tetrapeptide side chain consists L-alanine, D-glutamic acid, azo-DAP, and D-alanine. So these four different amino acids are present, and they are attached to the N-acetyl-uramic acid. So such type of whole structure is responsible for the formation of one glycan strand. So one glycan strand consists two sugar, N-acetyl-uramic acid, and N-acetylglucosamine. And also tetrapeptide side chain they are having. So different glycan strand attached to each other. So third amino acid of one glycan strand attached to the fourth amino acid of another. And such type of bridge is produced. Formation of bridge is there, and because of the formation of bridge, the rigidity to the cell wall of bacteria. This is about the peptidoglycan. So current त्याचा आवाज बंद इथून करायचं का? त्याचा आवाज येतो तिथून बंद करायचं का? चालू आहे ना? त्यांचा ऐकतो आवाज बंद So carries bacterial antigen. Few bacterial antigens are present, so important in virulence and immunity. So such type of virulence or antigen structures are present. So for example, lipopolysaccharide. So lipopolysaccharide is present on the surface of gram-negative bacteria. So that is antigenic in nature. Such type of antigen is known as O antigen. Then onto the surface of gram-positive cell wall, teichoic acid is present, and this teichoic acid is also antigenic in nature, and that is served as an antigen of gram-positive bacteria. So carries bacterial antigen. Then chemical nature of the cell wall helps to divide bacteria into two broad groups, gram-positive and gram-negative. So gram-positive bacteria have simple chemical nature than gram-negative. So gram-positive bacterial cell wall is single layer and thick, while in case of gram-negative, it is bilayer and thin in nature. So several antibiotics may interfere with the cell wall synthesis. For example, cephalosporin, penicillin. So they interfere the cell wall synthesis after directly acts onto the cell wall and kills the bacteria. Then this one is a gram-positive cell wall. Is a composed of thick multi-layer peptidoglycan sheet outside of the cytoplasmic membrane. So teichoic acid is present. The most important property of this gram-positive cell wall is teichoic acids are always present, or lipoteichoic acids they are present, and they act as the antigen of gram-positive bacteria. So this one is a picture of cell wall of gram-negative bacteria. The gram-negative cell wall is composed of an outer membrane link to the thin, mainly single layer peptidoglycan. Here, thin and bilayer. The main difference between these two, gram-positive and gram-negative cell wall, is in gram-positive thick and single layer, while in gram-negative thin and bilayer. And here it is consist with lipopolysaccharide. In lipopolysaccharide, it is also heteropolymer having the lipid A region, C core region, and O side chain. Lipopolysaccharide, this lipid A is hydrophobic in nature, while the remaining C core region and O side chain, that is hydrophilic in nature. And they are attached to each other. These two molecules attached to each other with peptide bonds. So, and here lipopolysaccharide acts as an antigen of gram-negative bacteria. The O side chain is act as a receptor site for the attachment of gram-negative bacteriophages. Gram-negative bacteriophages means the virus which infect. What do we mean bacteriophage? Bacteriophage means the virus which infect bacteria. So for attachment of such type of bacteriophages of gram-negative bacteria, O side chain acts as a receptor site. Then cell wall content. So here, so gram-positive cell wall and gram-negative cell wall. In gram-positive cell wall, plasma membrane. So after that, periplasmic space and peptidoglycan. Well, in case of gram-negative, plasma membrane, periplasmic space, peptidoglycan, and outer membrane, lipopolysaccharide, and proteins. One more layer is present. So if you study the difference between these two cell wall, gram positive and gram negative thickness, in case of gram negative it is thick 20 to 80 nanometer, while here 10 nanometer. The number of layers in the wall, single layer, double layer, and peptide can contain more than 50%. So these are nucleic acid present in gram positive while absent in gram negative. Lipoprotein contains is more in gram negative. Protein content more in gram negative. It is 0% in the gram positive. Lipopolysaccharide is again absent or 0, while here more, that is 13% lipopolysaccharide is present in gram negative cell wall. Sensitivity to penicillin, both, so generally gram positive, they are more sensitive as compared to gram negative. Then digest by the lysozymes, yes, and here weakly digest by this cell wall of gram negative bacteria, weakly digest. So these are the few differences. So many times we are asking the question, write the difference between gram positive and gram negative cell. Then the next, after the cell wall, the next one is cytoplasmic membrane, or cell membrane, or plasma membrane. So it is known by various different names. The cytoplasmic membrane generally present in all cell, animal, plant, and bacterial cell is having same structure. Unique. It is having unity, same structure. So if you measure the size, it is thin 5 to 10 nanometer separate cell wall from the cytoplasm. So it is also consist with the proteins, lipids, and carbohydrates. So maximum. So whenever we are studying the structure of the cytoplasmic membrane, three models are suggested. The well-known is the fluid mosaic model, or also it is known as Singer-Nicholson model. The another one is David-Davidson model, and one more is Robertson model. But out of these three, the most accepted is the fluid mosaic model, or it is also known as the Singer-Nicholson model. So there are two types of lipids, glycolipids and phospholipids. So phospholipids are more in number as compared to glycolipids. The amount of phospholipid is more. Cell membrane is also bilayer, having two layers. So phospholipid is having phosphate group, and so head region is consist with phosphate, while the tail region is consist with the carbohydrate. It is hydrophobic in nature, while the tail is hydrophilic in nature. So tail region is inside the center towards each other, while the head is away from each other outside the bilayer. So such type of structure is present in same structure in case of glycolipids. Also the head is consist with the sugar, and the tail is consist with fatty acids. Then whatever the protein is more, and it is present inside these two molecules in between these glycolipids and phospholipids. So such type of bilayer structure is suggested by Singer and Nicholson. Then what are the functions? So many times we are asking the short note onto this, right? The function of cell membrane. So what are, so same unity is same. That's why the cell functions of cell membranes are also same in bacteria, like animal or in plants. So the first function is it acts as a cytoplasm, this semi-permeable membrane. It acts as a semi-permeable membrane, controls the inflow and outflow of the metabolites. So helps for the transportation of nutrients from outside to inside and waste material from inside to outside. And for this transportation, an enzyme is responsible, and the name of that enzyme is permease. And enzyme permease is responsible for the transportation of these micronutrients. Then the next is it acts as a site of energy generation. Next function. Because all important components of energy emitting proteins, so they are present. The cell membrane, that's why it acts as a site of energy generation. The next one is it acts as a site of important metabolites. For example, important enzyme responsible for the metabolism or for the formation of citric acid. So they are synthesized or they are present at the oxidases, dehydratases. These are also present at the site of cytoplasm. The site is known as the site of energy generation. The next one is it keeps constant osmotic pressure. So whatever the required osmotic pressure, so it keep constant required osmotic pressure inside the cell. Means it acts as an osmotic barrier. So the last function is during the cell division, it separates the genetic material in two daughter cell. So mesosome is enfolding the cytoplasm inside the cytoplasmic membrane inside the cytoplasm. So during the separation, the genetic material is separated into daughter cells in a binary feature. So these are the functions of cytoplasmic membrane. So composed of lipoproteins and small amount of carbohydrates. Ribosomes. So ribosomes are also present inside the cytoplasm. They are smaller. The sedimentation constant is 70 years. Well, in case of higher cells, it is 80 years. In animals also, we studied it is 80 years. But here it is 70 years. Then the ribosomes attach onto the mRNA. That is called as the attach to the mRNA strand, and whenever they attach onto the mRNA strand, protein synthesis generally occurs. So it takes part into the protein synthesis peptide formation. Then the mesosomes, so multilaminated structure formed by the invagination and of the plasma membrane, principal sites of respiratory enzymes, coordinate nuclear and cytoplasmic division during the binary fission, more prominent in gram-positive bacteria as compared to gram-negative. Then the next structure is the intracytoplasmic inclusion or inclusion granules. In simple word, we are calling it as the inclusion granules. There are three different types of inclusion granules generally present. The metachromatic granules or phosphate granules. These are phosphate granules. The next one is lipid granules, and third one is carbohydrate granules, either starch granules or glycan granules. But commonly maximum times present are the phosphate granules. They are known as metachromatic granules. Because after staining the slide with polychrome blue, polychrome methylene blue, that time the shiny granules occurs inside the cytoplasm. So meta means shiny, chrome means color. So shiny purple color granules generally occurs inside the cytoplasm, and that's why the name is metachromatic. Another name of this granule is polar bodies, because generally two ends, two poles, they are present. That's why we are calling it as a polar bodies. Then these granules are also known as by another name, that is Webb-Arnes granules, because scientists Webb and Arnes discovered this. These granules are present maximum time in Corynebacterium diphtheria, a causative agent of diphtheria, disease diphtheria. And for the early identification, always we depends on to the demonstration of metachromatic granules. And once we observe these metachromatic granules inside the cell, so very easy for the identification of that particular bacteria, because it produces a very severe disease, diphtheria. It is a toxemia. If it is not diagnosed early, the operation may happen. For the demonstration of these metachromatic granules, nowadays we are using this Ponder stain or Neisser stain, Ponder stain, and Loeffler staining method. So generally we are using, or Albert stain. One more nowadays we are using is Albert staining method, and they act as a source of energy. Now the next type of granules are the lipid granules. Lipid granules, they are consist with the lipids. Chemically, they are this polymerized beta butyric acid, and they are also act as a source of energy. And they are stained with Sudan black B. After staining with Sudan black B, black color granules occurs within the cell. And the last type of granule is the carbohydrate granules and the starch granules of the glycan granules. After staining with the iodine, starch granules blue color and brown color glycan granules. So these such type of granules are also present, and whenever they present, they act as a source of energy. The next is the genetic material, nucleus of the bacteria. No nucleolus, no nuclear membrane. So what the most important thing, the difference between prokaryote and eukaryote we learn is absent of nuclear membrane. Here, nuclear membrane is absent. No, that's why no nucleus. The genetic material present inside the cytoplasm. The genome is consist with single, circular, double-stranded DNA. Single, circular, and double-stranded DNA. All the genetic information is present in this double-stranded DNA. It is haploid, divides by binary fission. No meiosis, mitosis present in bacteria. During the binary fission, the division of this genetic material also occur. That mesosome divides genetic material in two daughter cells. So in few bacteria, plasmid is present, or another name of this plasmid is episome. Episome or plasmid is one and same. So extra nuclear genetic elements consisting of DNA. Other than this regular DNA, extra genetic material is present, and that is called as plasmid or episome. Transmitted to daughter cells during the binary fission, may be transferred from one bacterium to another, not essential for the life of the cell. It is not essential for life of the cell, but confirm certain properties. Whenever it present, it gives some extra properties to the cell. For example, drug resistance, toxicity. So all these are because of the plasmid present inside that cell. So whenever it present, it gives some extra properties to that particular cell. Then, so all these are the essential structure always present inside the cell. Now, additional organelles, they may be present, they may be absent. So in few bacteria they present, while in few bacteria they may be absent. Then in this additional, the most important is capsule. So capsule is present in encapsulated bacteria outside the cell wall. It is a slimy layer present. Generally, it is consist with polysaccharide, or in few bacteria it is polypeptide in nature. There are two types of capsules: macro, MACRO, macro capsule, and micro capsule. Macro capsule means those capsule which is having the size or thickness more than 0.2 micron and easily visible under the light microscope, compound microscope. They are called as macro. And those bacteria which are having the capsule less than 0.2 micron and we are unable to observe under light microscope, they are called as microcapsules. Then maximum content of the capsule is water. Near about 98 to 99% water is present, and only 1 to 2% remaining either polysaccharide or polypeptide is present. In maximum capsulated bacteria, polysaccharide, but few exceptions like the Bacillus anthracis, which causes the disease anthrax, in that polypeptide in nature, glutamic acid, consists glutamic acid. Then capsule sharply defined structure, antigenic in nature, protects bacteria from lytic enzymes. So antigenic nature, the step of antigen is called as capsular antigen and written or denoted by the letter K. K antigen means capsular antigen. Inhibits phagocytosis. The most important, how it increases the pathogenicity, it inhibits phagocytosis. Stain by negative staining using India ink. So for the demonstration of this capsule, always we depend on negative staining method, in which India ink or 10% nigrosin we are using. Can be demonstrated by Coulomb reaction. Another one is Coulomb reaction, capsule swelling reaction. It is a serological reaction. By this way also we demonstrate the presence of capsule. Slime layer loose under undemarcated secretion. So capsule is sharply defined structure and it is undermarked secretion. It is loose in form, that is called as a slime. Then the next one is the next structure is flagella. So flagella is an organ of locomotion. In motile bacteria, only flagella is present. In non-motile bacteria, flagella is totally absent. So whenever we observe the structure of flagella, it is having three different structures: the filament, hook, and basal body. In basal body, 4 rings are present: L, P, S, M. In case of gram-negative bacteria, 4 rings are present: L, P, L in then P and S and M ring. Well, only in case of gram positive bacteria